tournament? Let's wait and see. So the duel has started, and Zihing is the one going first. He normal summons GG.
And activates the effect
of Lily. So Lily's effect is he mills a different card type. You can actually special summon Lily,
and then
send a card of the third type from the deck to the graveyard. So he mills a spell, right?
Correct.
So you actually can mill either a monster,
a trap. He has to mill a trap because he targeted a monster.
Yeah, he targeted a monster. He mills a spell. So when he comes out, he mills a trap. So the trap, usually the Tri-Brigade will either you will mill the Subc or you will mill Xuan Wu from the deck to the graveyard. I think it could be Xuan Wu, because Xuan Wu is the one that allows you to special summon one of the virtual world monster in your graveyard. That will bring about plays to go into VFD.
But yeah, that seems to be the better play.
Correct. So as of now, I think, is he still waiting for Qingqiu to make a response or change to his effect? That shouldn't be the case, right? Because it's not a cost. So, okay, he sends Subc to the graveyard. Subc is the card that when you banish, you can actually change the level, right?
Yes.
But first, he banishes Qinglong in the graveyard, the virtual gate Qinglong in the graveyard, to search for another Tri-Brigade, another virtual world monster from the deck to the hand.
So Qinglong has been negated by Ash.
And then he activates Subc's effect to target his GG. And then it makes it both at level 6 to go for rank 6 exceeds the Constella Ptolemaios M7. And because M7 is being exceed summoned with 2 level 6 monsters, instead of using a Constella exceeds monster, right, it can use its effect this turn. So
he activates Constella effect.
Correct.
Sending
GG to the graveyard, and he after that targets GG to returning back to the hand.
So the turn now is back to Qingqiu, and he opens with Tanky. So Rentor has been negated by Ash Blossom.
Correct. In this case, I think we can only hope that he doesn't have a kit to normal summon. And unfortunately, he doesn't have. He sets 3 cards and pass on the turns to Ziying. Alright, so Ziying activates the effect to try and bounce a monster on the field or in the grave back to the hand. He bounces Li Li back to the hand and goes for a direct attack. I think we can all see where is this going, but however, Ziying doesn't have enough materials for Zeus. So he goes for a Gaia Dragoon first, followed by Zeus that's negated by Solemn Judgment. It's not too steep of a price to pay if you are trying to protect your whole board. So Zeus is being taken down by Solemn Judgment.
This is slightly within expectation for Ziying. It's still not a very bad trade for him.
Correct.
Simply, he has gained enough advantage of M7.
Correct.
And the Zeus is basically a 1-for-1 trade with Stolen Judgment.
Yeah, and he repeats the same move that he performed on his first turn, normal summoning GG and activating Lily's effect, targeting GG, sending, if I'm not wrong, the virtual world city, I think, and sending the Xuan Wu.
No, I believe he will make the same. Yeah,
he milled Qinglong. Yeah, he milled Qinglong and uses Qinglong effect to banish. Right, did Qingqiu uses another Ash Blossom, so I think it's being negated by Crossout Designator at the moment. So Ash Blossom is being negated, and Qinglong continues his search for the virtual world My Hime Lulu. So Lulu is actually the tutor for the deck itself. He targets the virtual world monster, and he mills the spell to the grave so that he can search for the trap, which he should be searching for Subc. And looking at Ziying's banished pile, we are very confident that Subc has enough fodder to at least bomb 2 cards. So with that many advantage already conjured by M7 itself, and spending very little resources to get Qingqiu's life points down to 2,650, things are looking pretty good for Zihing.
But Zihing still has a very odd number of levels on his field.
Correct.
So ideally, you want levels in multiples of 9.
True.
So,
he has 2 tuner monsters, right? No, 2 tuner monsters. I think is no tuner monsters.
1 tuner. Lulu is a tuner.
Yeah, only Lulu, but Lily and Gigi are both non-tuner. So he uses Gigi and Lulu to synchro summon for Coral Dragon, and then he used the both of them to go for Ulti Maya Tizokin.
So that's a possible line of play as well.
Correct.
It takes advantage of all the levels that he has on his field.
Correct.
And this will allow him to bring out a Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon later on.
Correct.
Since he already has a Suture that he could set from hand to field.
Yep.
And he does so.
He sets 1 spell trap on his field, and he activates Ultima's effect to bring forth a level 8 Synchro monster. Level 7 or level 8 Synchro monster. Dragon Synchro monster from the extra deck.
And his choice, as expected, is
Clear Wing Synchro Dragon. Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. Clear Wing is the lower form.
Yeah. It seems that Qingqiu draws a card and has no play and passes the turn over back to Zihing.
Yes. With the life points sort of secured, I'm pretty sure maybe Zihing just go for a direct attack and this could be game. But obviously he wants to do a little bit more resource. He wants to destroy the cards or maybe mill stuff to continue with the plays in case Crystal Wing's attack gets evaded by Qingqiu. So he mills Nyang Nyang from the deck to the graveyard and brings out Lily, right? Yeah. Lily's attack is at 1,800 points. I have a question though. Why didn't Zihing use his trap Suture during Qingqiu's end phase? Or is it only able to destroy face-up cards?
I believe Suture can only target face-up cards.
I see. Yes.
So there isn't any useful target for him except the Tanky, which is not a very relevant card.
Correct.
So in fact, he's not even using his effect this turn. He's just flipping over so that he has a virtual world card that he can target to activate his virtual world monster's effect.
Yep. So with that summon, Qingqiu activates Torrential Tribute and destroys all monsters on the Zihing's field. And Zihing responds by normal summoning the Nyang Nyang, right? I think it would have been game if he approached the Bell face straight away and declared a direct attack with the Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. So Nyang Nyang, its effect being responded with a Cyframe Gear Gamma. It was such a wasted opportunity for direct attack. Though main decking the Torrential Tribute, I think it is not too much of a trend these days. I know in the previous meta, I was probably main deck a bit more, but I didn't know it would still be that trendy to main deck it in the current meta game.
No, I think it's still a reasonable choice that player will be bringing in their deck right now. So luckily for Zihing,
he managed to Ash Blossom the Cyframe Gear Gamma, bring back the other copy of Nyang Nyang, and direct attack together to reduce Qingqiu's life points to 0. Because both of the Nyang Nyang's attack is at 3,000 points.
So luckily, the Torrential Tribute didn't turn out to be a disaster that cost him this game.
Correct.
That would be a very, very costly mistake.
Correct.
So in my opinion, Torrential Tribute is actually quite a decent trap to play nowadays. So the pace on the meta game has increased so much that actually traps are very, very rarely being played. But if they are being played, they are often very powerful traps such as the Solemn Judgment, which we have seen earlier, or Solemn Strike. So basically, these cards can negate monsters directly.
Correct.
which are the main power plays right now. So Torrential Tribute will fall into the next tier of trap cards to play because it's a board wipe and it's arguably the only relevant trap that's against virtual.
Most of the decks these days also as well, right? Yeah, virtual yes.
Yes. Other decks actually you will prefer Infinite Impermanence or something like that because you get to negate their monster effect and that would most likely stop them. But that's not the case for Virtual World.
Correct. Virtual needs to flood the field and you're going to prevent them from flooding in order to do all those like sequel summons.
Yes, other than the Solemn trap cards, Torrential is the only card against Virtual World. And there's another thing to note that due to the pace of the meta game right now, virtually none of the deck are running trap cards that has a requirement of opponent declaring an attack. So
no Mirror Force these days.
Yes, Mirror Force is virtually unplayed nowadays.
Correct.
So as Colin mentioned earlier on, I believe that was a mistake for him not attacking directly with Crystal Wind directly.
Correct. I thought that, okay, I'm a rather cautious player, so usually if in a game I'm looking at our life points, it's like probably I left like maybe 2,000 and I have a 3,000 attack monster, I'll probably just main phase, battle phase, direct attack. So that will be my cost of play, you see. But if I'm stopped there, then I will be regretting my actions later on. But yeah, I guess at this point in time, like what you said, the Torrential Tribute is a viable trap in this, even in this meta game. And if he's playing so many cards, the stuff that you should be wondering about is the summons that you are doing is the one that could play to your downfall.
I think the biggest takeaway is that almost no players are running Mirror Force.
Yes, nobody. I think not even Dimensional Prison is being run also these days.
Exactly. So there's almost no risk of declaring an attack.
Correct. I will feel if declaring attack were to trigger a trap, probably against the Tri-Brigade, it might be a revolt in the first place. But of course, he doesn't even have enough monsters to prepare for the revolt. Okay, so we are having the second game starting off, and I think Chin-Chu is the one going first.
He opens with Tanky again.
Yep, Fire Formation Tanky allows him to search for a level 4 or below Beast Warrior monster. He searches for Fractal again. Fractal again. We can see that Zihing has multiple copies of Ash Blossom ready to negate that Fractal.
Fractal effect is activated and Zihing responds immediately with Ash Blossom. So normally this might be a risky move because the opponent might have Ciphering Gamma as we seen earlier on.
Correct. And Chin-Chu has normal summon Rescue Cat and activates his effect. Responded by Zihing with Maxi. However, Chin-Chu does not have an Ash Blossom nor a Caught by the Grave for Maxi's response. But the question now is, will Chin-Chu continue with the Maxi challenge? Will he allow Zihing to continue to draw more cards and profit off this Maxi? But if I'm not wrong, Rescue Cat at the end of turn, the monsters that he called out will be destroyed, right?
So I think he would at least have to make at least one Link Summon.
Correct.
To not lose his monsters.
Would it be Bear Bloom or Feligit? He goes for Feligit, okay, allowing Zihing to draw one card, and I think he's going to use Kid's effect. Is he going to use Kid's effect? Yeah, he's going to mill one. I see the Lancia there. In all its glorious parallel rare rarity from the latest structure deck R, Lost Sanctuary. Have you gotten your deck yet?
Oh, not yet.
The delicious deck that has Nibiru inside. I think he sends off one of the Tri-Brigade spell, which is Tri-Brigade Rendezvous. Right? The grave effect is, if a Winged Beast or Beast Warrior, if a linked, is being destroyed by battle card effect, I can banish this card from a graveyard instead. And we can see from here that Feligete is linked at least to Kit. So if either Feligete or linked or Kit is being destroyed, he can use Rendezvous to prevent the destruction. Is he continuing with the special summons?
Indeed, he is.
He brings out the Harpy.
Kit effect, banishing one to bring out a Harpy Link monster.
He brings on Sigmog, the Sigmog that is Probably he might be playing either Apex Avian or the Windbearer statue.
I think a Wingbearer statue is more highly probable.
Yeah.
Since that would prevent his opponent from making any special summon other than wind monsters.
Correct.
And that might give him the chance to negate the card advantage that he has given his opponent through Maxi.
Correct. And also one more thing, that this play that he has done, right, is very good because at the end phase of this turn, when the Sigmok, the Bird of Sovereignty, actually special summons the Windbearer statue, right, it's going to be linked over to Sigmok, right? And Sigmok also prevents itself, as well as monsters linked to it, from being targeted by single card effects.
Oh.
And if he tries to destroy the Windbearer statue, the Rendezvous will protect it because it's being linked to Sigmok. So, well, we see. I mean, Sigmok activates the effect and is responded by Cyframe Gear Gamma, probably Druid because of the Maxi.
Yeah.
Then Ching Chiu actually responded with the Rendezvous. Its effect is still negated but not destroyed by Gamma. So Gamma is being special summoned but will banish itself with Driver along at the end phase. Places the Virtual Gate 2 face up on his spell trap zone.
That will give him a target for his virtual monster to target for their special summon effect.
But currently, I think 2 cannot destroy stuff because Sigmok and itself is being linked. So you cannot target Sigmok or anything linked to it with single target effects. Let me just double check that.
Suting plays Emergency Teleport, is responded with a Maxi, but he has an Ash Blossom to stop it. So he follows with a
triple tactical talents. And he takes a look at Ching Chiu's effect, Ching Chiu's hand, and sends the Lancia back to the deck. So was the Maxi successful?
No, it was negated by Ash.
Okay, and he responded with triple tactical talents also after that. I think at this point in time, Ching Chiu has no more hand cards. His field is empty with the Sigmok, and I mean, there's no barrier statue. Zihing has a Pot of Desires, banishing 10 to draw 2 from the deck. But I think from here on, there's a lot of plays that he can do, maybe Exceeds or Synchro Summon plays. And you could easily get rid of the Sigmok. But do take note that Sigmok's effect to special summon a monster from the deck, right, can be activated during either player's turn. End phase.
But I don't think Sigmok is going to survive until the end phase is turn.
So Zihing synchro summons into Stardust Charger. And then he goes into the level 9 synchro monster that can banish a tuner to destroy 1 card. So it destroys itself and takes back Lulu. Lulu's attack targets the 2 sending Qinglong to the grave and special summon itself, then tutoring another one. So you'll tutor in a trap. Probably Quan Wu, I guess? No, trap means find monster. He'll tutor a monster instead. Then I guess Qinglong will allow him to tutor another monster.
Yeah, that would be good enough to set up likely a game-winning board right now.
Yeah, true Kings of all calamities.
Better take another look at Sigmok and make sure he don't make any terrible misplay.
Yeah.
So does Sigmok has any other effect that would affect his decision?
Actually, not really. Sigmok has a protection effect. Is that if Sigmok itself is going to be destroyed by battle, right? He can destroy one other Sigmok card he controls, but currently he controls none. So at this moment, he's safe. Sigmok does not have any disruption effect.
So he goes off with another virtual monster.
Yeah, GG.
And a Nian Yang revives from the graveyard.
Yeah. So Nian Yang and GG goes for Synchro Summon into what we have here is Jojo, right? Yeah, Virtual Beast Jojo. So Jojo is you can banish 2 monsters from the graveyard with same original type and attribute, but different names, and target 1 card on the field and send it to the graveyard. But he can't target any of the Sigmok. cards or any monsters any wing beast that's linked to Sigmund itself. Yeah, so he has a maybe target. I think Kit is not a wing beast. So he has Lao Lao in the hand. He activates Lao Lao's effect, I guess. He sends Chu Chue from the deck to the graveyard and special summons Lao Lao. And Lao Lao is able to bring back another virtual monster. He brings back GG. I guess it'll be a level 9 synchro summon. Lao Lao, is it a tuner? Yeah, Lao Lao is a tuner. Level 6 tuner. GG is a non-tuner. Lulu is a tuner, I guess, suppose. So you can go for 2 level 9 synchro monsters at this play. If Zheng actually clears off Qingqiu's board, he can also end up with True King of All Calamities, better known as a VFD. He goes for a level 9 synchro summon. He goes for Ulti Maya Tizokin, 2 level 6. Ulti Maya Tizokin sets 1 card and possibly Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. Lulu and GG goes into the Brick Sword. Phantom Knight's a Brick Sword. He attacks Kit and Kit's effect will activate, but is negated further by Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. So Crystal Wing deals about, let's see, 600 damage over to Qingqiu.
Brick Sword becomes AA Zeus Sky Thunder in main phase 2.
Yep.
And he moves to the end phase.
Yep.
Activating the effect of GG to add a Lulu from his deck to hand.
Correct. And Qingqiu has drawn his card for his draw phase with only 1 card and 3 disruptions in Zheng's side. I don't think Qingqiu is able to turn the tables around for this playoff. Would there be any card that can turn the table around? I would think of evenly match. However, in the next turn, Zheng also has a lot of resource to build back the board that he lost.
I don't think there's any way to recover from this because he still has a tanky on the field that stops him from playing evenly match.
Yeah, evenly match. If I had implements, all this would be unable to activate. Oh, he normal summons Kit. He's hoping that nothing will happen to it. Would that be true? Because I mean, he's using the effect to banish 2, 3, 4, and it's negated by Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. So then, Kit's effect will activate to search. Probably he'll go in mill, right? He'll mill probably Nerval, and Nerval will search. So Nerval is trying to search, but he has already normal summoned. So in the next turn, all Zheng needs to do is just normal summon 1 monster with at least 1,400 attack and direct attack for game.
And
Say goodbye, loneliness.